Welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here. In this video I want to talk about a little bit of a guideline for people who feel lost, basically how to find your purpose and turn it into money, because I think a lot of people, they DM me, for example, on the Instagram, or they comment and they say, like, I like the idea of, being free as an online coach or making my own money, but I feel lost. I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what to do. So I wanted to create this little ranty video here for you. So yeah, if you're not 100% sure yet what you want to be doing in your life, then this video is for you.
Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a boring dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money, and just enjoying life? No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you, so here's to your freedom.
Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is move. Okay, move in terms of, imagine your life is like a chessboard and you don't know what to do, so you're never making a single move on the chessboard. In fact, even if you don't know how chess works and you're not a pro, you should still move, make moves, right? I feel like most people that don't have a purpose in their life, or they feel like they don't know what to do, they do nothing, and they're using them not knowing what direction they should go as an excuse to not go at all. So, they work in a dead-end 9-to-5 job, they study something that they were not super interested in, or they do none of these things even, and they're just sitting at home waiting for the motivational purpose fairy to come and kiss them, and then they get motivated and inspired. But you gotta do something, move, even if it's signing up for a job that you have no idea how it's going to be, even if it's, starting a new hobby, learning new things, something, you got to do something, because you're not going to be inspired if you don't move. Okay, this is really important. The other thing is, the next point, it's a little bit more practical, and that is ask yourself, what is your goal, right? And I'm talking about like really dreaming big here. What is your end goal? Like, what would be necessary for you to do in your life to fully be happy? All right, what house would you like to live in? What partner would you like to have? What would you be doing? Like, how much spare time would you like to be having? And if you don't know what your dream purpose is, your dream job, your dream profession, at least ask yourself is, do you want to work with people? Do you want to help other people? How much money would you be ideally making in order to be fully happy? Would you be able to travel? Where do you live, etc.? Write those things down, and again, dream big, like really be naive with these things. A lot of people will tell you this is not possible, that not possible, and you're too old, you're too young, you're not experienced enough, and so on and so forth. But screw all these things for now, and just write down what are the things that you want to be doing in your life. All right, and then the next step is reverse engineer that, right? So in order to make this amount of money, like, I first have to learn how to make money, and in order to be able to be considered an expert so I can help people, or in order to help people I need to be considered an expert. In order to get there I need to learn the craft of selling myself. I need to be positioned well, and so on and so forth. Reverse engineer it literally step by step until you're at the very point you are at right now. All right, and then ask yourself, well, what is the first step that I can do today, literally right now, after watching this video, that I could do towards that direction? Even if it's a tiny 1% step, every journey, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a very first step, right? So you have to understand that, reverse engineer that. And then I want to go even further, because so far it's probably nothing new that you heard. This is something that many people don't tell you to do, and that is ask yourself, who is where I want to be? Who is the person, or the group of people that is exactly where I want to be going with my goals? Is there someone, right? This is especially important because I feel like we're putting so much emphasis on the advice of people that are not where we want to be, right? Oftentimes we try to make our parents proud. We don't want to disappoint our parents, our family, our friends, but it's usually not so likely that your parents are exactly where you want to be. Yet we listen to their advice. So, if you listen to their advice and they have a dead-end 9-to-5 job, then this is what you're going to get, a dead-end 9-to-5 job, right? So ask yourself, who is where I want to be? And the next question is obviously, can they help me, right? Or how can I have them help me? Is there a way to get in touch with them so that they can actually help me get there, right? Because again, like, you want to take advice from someone who is where you want to be. All right. And on a side note here, little excursion, little sidetrack. I have a really, really good podcast that Nikita Gunkowicz and I have started making. I highly recommend you to check it out. We're going to show the URL somewhere here. I'm going to have the link in the description down below as well. If you feel like my YouTube videos are a little too flat, you want to go a little deeper, it's almost like you're in a conversation with us. That's the feedback that we've gotten from a lot of people. They also said it's much more entertaining. So I highly recommend you checking out our podcast. We're continuously, bringing you closer to craft, the art of becoming free, building your own freedom business as an online coach or online service provider. Highly recommend checking out our podcast. Now, the next point I want to talk about here is maybe all these points that I've mentioned here make sense to you, but you say something like, I don't know what to do though. Like, I still don't know what it is that I could be doing. I have no clue. I might not even have skills. Well, in that case, again, don't let that paralyze you. Focus on moving, making moves all the time. So if you don't know exactly what it is that you want to be doing that brings you to your ideal end goal, then at least do something that is towards that direction. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. My very first business, the first business that made me my first couple million, was a dating advice business. And my ultimate dream was to be a rock star, right? I wanted to be a pro guitarist, have a great metal band, and so on and so forth. And I got an injury. I had tendonitis on my left arm, tendonitis on my right arm. Doctors always told me I could never be able to play guitar anymore. I can now, but not on a professional level. Besides that, I started abandoning the dream of becoming a heavy metal rock star for several reasons, but I knew I couldn't do that with my injury back then, so I said, what's the next thing that I could do? What allows me to tour the world like a rock star? What allows me to have a positive influence on people like a rock star? What allows me to express myself and be free like a rock star? The answer was, well, coaching, right? In my specific case, helping people with their dating lives. So I started moving towards that direction. And here's the thing too, you'll never fully know what life is going to be turning out. In fact, I honestly think that my life now is much better than the rock star life that I could have had. In all honesty, I believe that, because your insights into certain things will change. Your interests about certain things will change. But the good thing is that at the point you kind of change directions a little bit, you've already learned a ton. You've already made a ton of money if you do it correctly. You're already moving towards a situation, whereas the other guy who's never doing anything, who's just waiting, hasn't achieved anything. All right? So move into something that is roughly into that direction and figure things out along the way. That's the next point. Figure things out along the way. All right. If you do things right, like I said, many of our clients in Freedom Business Mentoring, for example, or even if in our advanced programs, they already make 4 to 5 figures a month. Some of them make 6 figures a month, and maybe they don't even think it's the ultimate thing that they want to be doing for the rest of their lives. But as they're figuring out, they're making their 10K a month, 20K a month, 100K a month. It's good, like how would you feel if as you're figuring it out, instead of being, semi-homeless or working in a dead-end job that you really hate while you figure it out, you're already making money, you're helping people, you're getting valuable insights into what you want to be doing, you're getting valuable experience and expertise, you're getting paid, you're helping people. That's a really, really, really great way to do that, and I can highly, highly recommend you that. And so basically find a way of doing something that is roughly in the direction that you want to be doing, right? Even if you're not 100% sure yet what you want to be doing, find a way to walk towards that and find a way to monetize that already, because with the monetization comes influence, with the influence comes freedom, with the freedom comes more fun, more passion, and that freedom then also allows you to try even more things, right? Like for example, now I'm learning new languages, I'm learning Russian, and that's great. I could have never done that if I was in a 9-to-5 job, because I would just be too exhausted, but my business allows me to have that freedom to do these things, right? So when you say you're ready to get started, to walk towards freedom, to work on becoming a more passionate person, to find your purpose and also get paid in the process and really enjoy that freedom that you're earning day by day, more and more and more, like our clients, we show some testimonials here, then I can really offer you something great, and that is you can jump on a free consultation call, either with me directly here or with an expert from my team. And on that call, we'll basically be working out a step-by-step system for you specifically, literally customized, on how you can get started to break free from any unknown, being lost feeling, and work towards a bigger purpose and freedom, all right? The way to do that is you tap that, you can click that link down in the description below. The link brings you to a page. Read what's on the page. It's important information for you to get started. And at the bottom of that page, you fill out the application and you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. Call is entirely for free, no hidden costs, even if it's international, but it is only for action takers, okay? We sift out a lot of people. We sift out the people that just want to scam people. We sift out the people who think this is a get-rich-quick thing. We sift out all the people who are not taking it seriously. If you want to see results, long-lasting and in a legitimate way, then this call is for you. So if you already have a hobby, any skill that you have, and you want to learn how to monetize it, that call is for you, right? If you're not sure at all what it is that you want to be doing, you have no clue, you do like the idea of being free, that call is for you. We can analyze your strengths. We know the market. We can tell you what exact model fits the best for your specific situation. And even if you're already making money but you want to do it more legit, you want to scale it up, then that call is also for you. We have very, very limited spots for that. Channel is absolutely blowing up. We're over 50K now. Who would have thought? It's crazy. So more and more people are jumping on the opportunity for these free consultation calls. So I highly recommend you clicking on that link now. If the link still works, it means we have a spot open for you. Then fill out the application and book your call. That being said, you're not alone. Okay, a lot of people feel lost. We can help you with that. So maybe talk to you very, very soon on the phone. Thank you so much for watching, and GG.